What's going on, guys? This is David Whitney of David Whitney Training and Nutrition. And right now, I'm coming to you from my basement gym. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, because this is a completely different topic that I usually don't cover, but I just felt the need to reach out to people and tell people about, my experience and what's going on. And now that I've looked into it, the things that I found out. But this is a fitness channel, hence the name David Whitney Training and Nutrition. But tonight, we're going to be discussing something. Well, not really a discussion because there's going to be no back and forth here, but tonight I'm going to be talking to you guys about something that is way more important than fitness. Now, I got a couple of notes here, not much, but I'm basically going to be going off the top of my head, so just bear with me. Now, the first examples I give you, you might say, like, that doesn't really sound like much, but trust me, by the time we get to the end, I'm pretty sure you're going to be convinced. I got their words on it. I got them admitting that they're working on this technology, that they've been working on this technology for years. And we'll get into all of that. So I've been hesitant to make a video on this. This is something I've been experiencing now for months, but it just sounds crazy. I've only been talking to a couple close friends about this. And I think some of the people I even spoke to, some people just push it off like, hey, yeah, whatever. Maybe this guy's just trying to be eccentric or trying to get attention. And maybe some other people really thought I was losing my mind or something. I had one close friend who told me, he tried to explain it away. And then he came to me like a month later and told me it's been happening to him. So anyways, let's get into it. Let's start from the beginning. This goes back maybe 3 months. No, actually, this goes back like a year. When I first started realizing that my phone had been listening to my conversations. Now, I hear people talk about this all the time now. This is almost common knowledge. But when I started talking to people about this a few months ago, it seemed like nobody knew about it and people were looking at me like I was crazy. It's been at least a year now that I noticed there'd be things that I would talk about. Now, of course, we understand ads are tailored to us by the things we search, by the videos we watch, by the things we type into search engines. They tailor ads for things that we look for, that we're interested in. Now, that makes sense. But I would notice that things I only spoke about, things that I never searched for, things that I spoke about in conversations would pop up and suggested ads and suggested videos for me. So I started, I thought maybe, it's just confirmation bias. I'm only thinking about the examples where this happens, but not all the times it doesn't happen. Maybe I'm just thinking it happens more often than not. So I started screenshotting every time. And I came up with dozens on top of dozens on top of dozens of times that this happened. It was just like, to me, it was just irrefutable that they were definitely listening. But when I would bring this up to people, they'd be like, oh, they don't listen in, they don't listen in. Then I would Google it and I seen Facebook said, oh, we don't listen to your conversations. We don't need to. We don't need to listen to your conversations in order to figure out how to tailor ads to you. Now, I'm going to bring that up. That's like a foreshadow to what we're going to talk about in a minute. But then after that, let me tell you about the first time. And like I said, the first examples probably won't seem like much, but bear with me. All right, so the first time, my birthday was February 21st. On my birthday, my mother gave me a bag with some things in it. Like there was a nice Rogue Fitness shirt, some chocolate candies, and some pistachios. Now, right now it's Friday night. It's late. It's like midnight right now. It was another night like this. My whole family's sleeping. That's why I'm down here in the basement talking to you guys. I don't want to wake up my family. It was a night just like this. I was chilling in the living room. All the lights were off. I had the TV off. I didn't want to make any noise because my daughter was sleeping right next to me, I believe, on the couch. My wife was right upstairs. It's a small apartment. She's right upstairs sleeping. I'm trying not to make any noise, but I'm getting hungry. And I'm trying to raid the cabinet, see what we got. Looking around, just not really. We're out of everything. No snacks. I'm looking for some goodies. Oh, nice. Here comes that bag that my mother got me. Now listen, bear in mind, when I received this bag as a gift, I didn't look in and say, oh, pistachios. Never mentioned pistachios. She didn't hand it to me and say, here, pistachios. Never was the word pistachios mentioned because that was just one of the things in the bag. She didn't say anything about anything except for the shirt that was in there. I think she mentioned the size that it was. That was it. Nobody mentioned pistachios. Before this, I hadn't ate pistachios in years. Guaranteed it's been years since I ate pistachios. Since I said the word pistachios, it had been years. Never Googling pistachios. I'm not a pistachios dude. I don't care about pistachios. That's why they actually have been sitting in that bag for weeks. I wasn't even thinking about them. I been ate the candies that were in the bag and the pistachios were just there. But now we're down to nothing in the cabinets and I'm hungry. Okay, these pistachios are going to come in handy. I grabbed the bag. All the lights are out. TV's off, silent. I'm trying to be quiet. I'm not sitting there talking about, yeah, pistachios. There's nobody to talk to. I'm by myself. Sitting there on the couch, cracking open these pistachios, munching on pistachios, not doing nothing, just sitting there. My phone beside me. If you say that maybe the camera could see you eating pistachios, no, I'm in the dark, and the camera, and I wasn't on my phone. The phone was sitting there facing up at the ceiling, and I'm sitting in the dark eating pistachios, not making a sound except for the munching on these pistachios. That's it. Okay, get to the point of the story. I clean up the mess after I'm done eating, throw away the shells. The next morning I wake up, I go on down my Instagram. The first ad I see, pistachios. Now you might say, oh, these ads are tailored to us. Okay? I haven't searched pistachios never in my life. I haven't ate pistachios in years. I haven't said the word pistachios in years. But within hours after I ate pistachios for the first time without saying a word while I was eating them, the next morning the first ad I see is for pistachios. Okay, whatever. That's a 1 in 1,000 chance, but still there's a chance. Whatever. Okay, like I said, bear with me. We're going to keep going. Now, this one's even probably less of a coincidence or whatever. It's not as crazy. But like a week later, it's like the next Friday. Now that I think about it, these things always happen on Fridays. I don't know. And tonight's another Friday, but whatever. Here, we'll keep going. So I just got through training one of my clients. I'm sitting outside the gym. It was a beautiful day. It was sunny. Now, we're coming out of winter. We're in March. To get a sunny day, it just feels good, I'm sitting there in my car after I got done training my client. It's about 6 o'clock at night. It's beautiful outside. And I'm just like, I'm in the mood to maybe go out with my friends and have a drink. My wife's at work until like 7 o'clock at night. And I'm thinking maybe I'll call up a couple of my boys and maybe we'll go get a drink. So I start sitting there in the driver's seat of my car, and I start thinking, if I would go out to have a drink, where should we go? Now, if I'm going to drink liquor or a mixed drink, I will go to a bar, because a restaurant is not going to give you enough alcohol to make it worth the price that they charge you, right? But I'm thinking, this beautiful day, I'm just in the mood maybe to have some beers with my boys. So for a beer, I could go to a restaurant, have a beer. I mean, you can't make a beer stronger. It is what it is, right? So I'm thinking to myself, where might they have some happy hour specials? So I'm sitting there thinking, I think maybe, what about Buffalo Wild Wings? They might have, I know they got a good selection of beers. I haven't been there, and it's got to be over 7 years. It has to be since I've been to a Buffalo Wild Wings. Have not searched for Buffalo Wild Wings. The last time I probably ever searched for Buffalo Wild Wings, maybe a while back, maybe just to see if one was having a fight or something, and not even searching for it. Maybe just check on the Facebook page to see if they might be offering a fight. But it's been a while, and I definitely didn't search recently, and I haven't been to a Buffalo Wild Wings. Definitely haven't said the word Buffalo Wild Wings. Nothing. But I'm just thinking, I wonder if they got specials, happy hour specials. Because like I said, it was 6. Maybe I could hurry up, get over there with my boys before my wife gets out of work at 7, catch a happy hour special at Buffalo Wild Wings. So now I leave the gym where I just trained my client. I've been sitting in the driver's seat of my car thinking, Buffalo Wild Wings. I wonder if they got happy hour specials. I drive straight home. Haven't used my phone because I'm in my car. I drive straight home. I go in the house. I open up my phone onto Instagram. I scroll down, the very first ad I see. $5 pictures at Buffalo Wild Wings. All right. You could say, okay, coincidence. I told you, that's not a big one, so we're going to keep on going. This next one is the one that really got me. Okay, the next Friday after this, I'm not sure if it's the very next Friday, but it was a Friday after this. I'm watching, it's about midnight. I'm watching a movie with my daughter. We're watching The Mummy, this old movie with Brendan Fraser. I don't know how old it is, maybe 10, 15 years old. We're on the couch watching The Mummy. We're not talking. I'm not the type of person that likes to talk during a movie. We're just sitting there watching a movie. A scene in the movie comes on where a cat is in the room that the mummy's in when the mummy's about to attack Brendan Fraser and the woman and the female star. And he sees the cat and the mummy freaks out. And he turns to sand and he flies off. I start thinking. Now, I'm a cat person. If you've seen past videos, I even was talking about feeding stray cats. I like cats. I feed the stray cats outside my apartment. So, it just has me thinking. I'm not talking. I'm not saying anything to my daughter because I'm not rude. I don't talk during movies. I'm still watching a movie, but, I have thoughts going through my mind and I'm thinking, what are they trying to say about cats? I guess they're saying cats have some connection to the spiritual realm. Well, they must be saying, since the mummy's a bad guy, they must be saying cats are on the good guy side, right? They're positive force in the spiritual realm or something, whatever. I'm just having these thoughts as I'm watching this movie. Then it just gives me a thought. I'm like, hey, remember that movie? I'm thinking to myself in my mind, to myself in my mind. Remember that movie? I'm thinking of a movie that came out over 25 years ago. It was about these people. It was like a thriller, and it was about these people who would morph into cats. It was a son and a mother, and they would morph into cats, and they would like steal the souls from people. It was a crazy movie, but it's like there was no stars in this movie. I hadn't thought about this movie in over 25 years. I hadn't seen this movie, obviously, in over 25 years if I haven't thought about it. I haven't mentioned this movie if I haven't thought about it. Obviously, I haven't mentioned this movie. I have not seen nothing. I've gone to Walmart hundreds of times since then. I've never seen it in there. I've never seen it advertised anywhere. Nothing. This movie is like a B movie. It's nothing that people are going to bring up like, oh, I wish I could watch that movie again. Just something that just came into my mind because I seen a cat in a thriller. So I'm thinking about that old thriller about cats. And that's, what was the name of that movie? I'm thinking to myself, Sleepwalkers. That was it, Sleepwalkers. Yep, okay. And just like that, the thoughts going from my mind. Continue to watch the movie. Now, like I said, we were watching the movie around midnight, 1 in the morning. The movie goes off, we fall asleep. First thing in the morning, I get up, I get on YouTube, I'm scrolling through. The very first thing I see as I'm scrolling down YouTube, would you be interested in renting Sleepwalkers? This obscure movie from over 25 years ago that I have not seen or heard or anybody mention. No one's caring about Sleepwalkers. After I thought about this movie, within hours, the very next thing I see on my phone is they're asking me if I would like to rent Sleepwalkers. So that's it for me right there. I know. I'm like, no, yeah, something's going on here. I couldn't figure out what. Now I'm thinking, can the phones read my mind, or are we in some, like they talk about a simulation theory? Is this not reality? What's going on? Either my phone has the technology where it could figure out my brainwaves and read my thoughts, which I don't think we had the technology for, or I'm in some simulated reality like Elon Musk has talked about. And I've gone on to see that even PKD on Philip K. Dick was talking about like 50 years ago. And I'm just trying to figure it out. I just don't know. I don't bring this up to too many people. I mentioned it to a couple people, but it's freaking me out. It's like kind of blew my mind. Now, I'm starting to hear more and more people talking about they're bringing up in conversations that their phones are listening to their conversations. Now, just 3 months ago, when I was telling people my phone had been listening to my conversations, no one knew anything about it. They're acting like I was crazy. So now that this is becoming like common knowledge that our phones are listening to our conversations, I'm thinking, well, if that in 3 months time span has become common knowledge, what about this other stuff? Because the thing with the Sleepwalkers happened to me a few weeks ago. So I'm like, well, maybe this is becoming something that's happening to others. So this morning I decided to check it out on Google. I search, can our cell phones hear our thoughts? Wow, to my surprise, I go into a thread on Reddit and boom, 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 one after another, one after another. People are saying things just as crazy as the one I'm telling you. And just search for yourself on Reddit. Can cell phones, you don't even search on Reddit, you can just Google it. Can our smartphones read our thoughts? And you'll probably see the same thing I saw, the top result of Reddit thread, where people are going one after another saying, no, I can't believe I'm seeing this because this just happened to me. So I Googled it and let me tell you what happened to me. And I'm telling you, it was blowing my mind while I was reading this morning. So tonight I'm thinking about it more and more, and it's just freaking me out. And I decided, you know what? Let me look up. I got some free time. It's late again. It's like on midnight. It's Friday night. My daughter already fell asleep. My wife is sleeping. She got to get up early for work. So I go back on Google and I'm searching it. So now I give a different term. Can my phone read my mind? Instead of saying can smartphones hear our thoughts, I said can my phone read my mind? And as I scroll down, I see an article on some futurist website. I will write the name of the article and the website in the description below. I can't remember the exact title, but it was Facebook admits they're working on computer brain interface, something like that. But like I said, I'm gonna write the title so you guys can find it, and I will screenshot it just in case they try to get rid of it or something. I'm gonna have this documented. But this article is from 2 years ago, April 2017. They say Facebook finally admits they're working on computer brain interfaces, and they say that they admitted back then that they already have been working on ways to read our thoughts through computers, through the phone. Our phones are little computers. They were working on this 2 years ago. They already were so advanced and so far into doing it that they felt comfortable enough sharing it with people now. They don't share this type of stuff unless they've made enough progress where they know there's no turning back. They're going to do it. And that was 2 years ago. Listen, recently, Facebook's bought out the app called WhatsApp. Just like last week, the WhatsApp creator, the founder, tweeted out, delete your Facebook. And people were speculating it's because of all this privacy concerns of what Facebook is doing, how they're just digging into our privacy, going further. But I don't think anybody was thinking it goes this deep. I saw how a top Facebook executive stepped down, and he said over privacy concerns, like he just couldn't go along with what they're doing. He got a glimpse into the inside of what they're doing, how they're invading people's privacies, and even though he was making all this money, getting rich off it, he decided he had to step back. It was too much. Instagram. Facebook bought out Instagram, and the creator of Instagram stepped down. He said once he seen what they were doing with the technology, he stepped down. He said he couldn't go along with it anymore. He signed an NDA, so he couldn't say exactly the exact reasons, but he stepped down. And people speculate, why would you step away from all this money? It's over privacy concerns, all these privacy concerns. Listen, they admitted that they're working on this technology 2 years ago. It brings me to this point. What's the next move? I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. I'm not going along. I'm not going along with this. Look, it's going to be hard to give up my smartphone. I can't tell you the amount of stuff I've learned in the past couple years from having this technology available to me at my hand. Listen, I'm a personal trainer. I've learned more off of my phone about training people than I did through the school I went through, because I have access to every top elite coach in the world. They all are on YouTube, and they put out videos almost daily. I have access to so many elite coaches that break down the minutia and get into the details of training on so many different aspects. I've learned so much with this technology, and not just about training, about anything that I'm interested in. I mean, I'm about to buy some mini bikes. I seen mini bikes for sale. I'm like, what? I would like to get some mini bikes for me and my daughter. In the past couple of days, I've been able to go online and learn so much about how small engines work. So I'll be able to understand the best mini bike to purchase, the best one that can handle a guy over 200 pounds. I could now have a conversation with a small engine mechanic. But now this is something I could go to the library and learn about small engines, but I can't go to the library and learn within a matter of days. I can't go to the library and learn what's the best place to purchase a mini bike from. I've learned that it's easy. It's at the palm of our hands. I mean, GPS, we never have. I remember back before, I'm 41 years old. I remember when you had to stop and ask for directions. When you had to pull up at a gas station and ask somebody how to get somewhere, and they had to try to, go down, take 2 lefts, and you had to get down the street and ask someone else. We don't have that problem anymore. I mean, the amount of information, the amount of knowledge, I can't explain to you. It's like my knowledge has grown exponentially with having this technology available in the palm of my hand. But at what cost? They're creating a control grid. They're mapping out. They talk about supercomputers that they're interfacing with us. Like precogs, like the Minority Report. I talked about PKD, Philip K. Dick. He wrote Minority Report like 30 years ago. Like he knew this stuff was coming. He talked about the simulation theory like 40 years ago. He's seen this stuff coming. And it's here. And we're co-signing, we're going along with it all for knowledge. We want this easy knowledge at the palm of our hand. Listen, let me explain something to you. Good Fight Ministries has a great documentary on Hollywood and how the religion of the elite who run Hollywood is Gnosticism. And it's all in their movies. It's undeniable once you understand what Gnosticism is. It's revealed in their movies. Movies like The Matrix, movies like Fight Club, movies like the one with Don Knotts in it. What was the name of this movie? I can't even remember. Listen, check out Good Fight Ministries. It's a documentary exposing Hollywood. It's right available on YouTube. When you see this, you will see that Gnosticism is rampant in Hollywood. Now, what is Gnosticism? Why do I bring this up? Gnosticism. Listen to that word. It comes from the Greek word gnosis. Gnosis is Greek for knowledge. Listen, we're trading in our souls for knowledge right now. This has always been the trick of the devil. Listen, like I said, it's from the Greek word gnosis, okay? So you understand this isn't something new. Even though it's rampant in Hollywood right now, this goes back. Gnosticism started right after the days of Jesus. They talk about it in the Bible. You might not be a Christian, but bear with me and you'll see there's truth here. In the Bible, after the days of Jesus, they talked about how they were fighting against Gnosticism. It took the religion of Christianity and it perverted it, it twisted it, and talked about a hidden knowledge that was available to humans where you could become godlike. And they're still selling this today, and they're putting it all into the movies. Listen, for something to last that long, there has to be something behind it, not human. There has to be something more. Because, listen, humans, after a few generations, it will be lost. This secret knowledge won't be kept. It will be lost. There's nothing backing it, but just tradition, word of mouth going down through the generations will be lost. It's been around, documented for over 2,000 years. There's a spiritual force pushing this. But it goes back further. Us selling out our souls for knowledge goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden. Listen to me. What was the trick the devil played? What did he offer Eve? To eat from the tree of knowledge. He said, if you take this fruit from the tree of knowledge and bite into it, you will have your eyes open. You will be like God. You will have the knowledge. This is the tree of knowledge. God is trying to hide this from you. He doesn't want you to have the knowledge he has. Eat of this tree. Gain this occult, secret knowledge, this hidden knowledge. This is the same allure that's trapping us now. This technology that Alex Jones, and I listen, man, I disagree with like at least 75% of the stuff Alex Jones say. He's a sensationalist. He was going crazy on Joe Rogan. Now he's best buddies with him. I don't trust so much of what he says, but listen, he talks about they're getting this technology from off-world entities. He says they're doing it by taking hallucinogenic drugs like DMT and ayahuasca. Now I would say, oh, that sounds crazy, but it's in the Bible. They talk about it. Listen, in the Bible, it says sorcery is an abominable sin. It'll get you sent to hell. Stay away from sorcery. Do not practice sorcery. Anyone who practices sorcery shall not see the kingdom of God. Okay, but now we got to understand something. They say witchcraft, right? Sorcery or witchcraft, it'll say in the Bible. But we know the Bible was not written in English. In the days after Jesus, when this Bible was written, the New Testament, they didn't have the English language. So they wrote it in Greek. So this is translations we're reading. So what words are they translating into sorcery or witchcraft? It comes from the Greek words, the feminine and masculine words, pharmakia and pharmakos. So you can hear those words and see where they come from, right? Pharmacology, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but like your pharmacy, your drugstore. This is drugs. When they say do not practice witchcraft, it's coming from the Greek words pharmakia and pharmakos. Witchcraft wasn't some guy in some Merlin hat with a magic wand. It was people taking a hallucinogenic drugs to interface with the spiritual realm. So what Alex Jones says seems like it has some truth to it. They got this technology. It's all about this quest. It's all about this allure of gaining knowledge. And now, like I said, it goes back to the Garden of Eden. Take of this fruit from the tree of knowledge. Bite of this fruit. You will be like God. Your eyes will be open. And now we call that fruit, we it's symbolized by an apple, right? Now we're selling our souls to our technology, our phones, for technology, for this knowledge, for this gnosis. Let me ask you a question. What's on the back of our cell phones? Not just an apple, but the apple that had that bite taken out of it. I'm done. Yo, I'm done. Hey, listen, I'm losing out on all this knowledge. It's great. I've learned a lot, but I can't trade in my soul. What does Jesus say? Back to the Bible again, right? What does Jesus say? Listen, I've gained so much. My knowledge base has grown so much. It's great. I love it, right? But so what? Jesus says, what does it profit a man if he gains the entire world but loses his soul? Listen, this whole time where all this technology's been advancing and we see where it's heading, this AI supercomputers interfacing with humans, the Borg consciousness, you see in Star Trek, look where it's going, right? But the whole time we had this Bible there. We have this Bible. You don't need technology for it. It's just a book. All you have to do is pick it up and read it. This is what we can base our life on. Man, this knowledge, learning all these things is so great. And look what we're trading for it. Everything. They're creating a control grid over us that we are not going to be able to escape from if we don't turn from it now. Listen, I'm making this video because I'm hoping it's not too late and I can share this and get this out. After tonight, I'm done. I got my phone on airplane mode, so my phone's not even picking up on this stuff with me right now. I'm sharing this on YouTube. I'm putting it out there because I'm not scared of them. I just am not going to co-sign this. I'm not going to sign off on this. I'm not going to be a part of this. I'm not going to give my consent to them stealing my soul, everything. It's not just our privacy anymore. They're stealing, they're reading our minds without telling us. I'm done. I'm out. It's over. Tomorrow I'm going to pick up an analog phone, a flip phone, or old school phone, and that's it. You contact me on there, see me in person, or send me a letter because I'm done. I'm out. All right, guys. That's it.